lights of Christmas may guide us through the darkest nights, but winter's chill also brings with it the presence of mysterious figures who roam the season. Chief among these is Santa Claus, a jolly figure, beloved by children who flies through the night to deliver gifts. Yet Santa's origins are far stranger and more complex than the red-suited image we know today. His roots reach its folklore, and perhaps most intriguingly, the ancient Norse god Odin. Long before Santa, there was Odin, the all-father of Norse mythology, a figure both revered and feared. Odin was a god of wisdom, war, and death, but he was also a wanderer, a bearded figure cloaked in a wide-brimmed hat or a hood, often disguised as he moved through the world of mortals. During the Yule season, Odin took on a role that bears an eerie resemblance to Santa's midnight journeys. Mounted on his eight-legged horse, Sleipnir, he was said to ride across the winter sky, leading a procession of spectral figures known as the Wild Hunt. This procession was thought to sweep through villages, its ghostly riders bringing omens of fortune or doom. The Norse people believed that during Yule, Odin would fly overhead, watching over humanity. Children would leave out offerings of straw, carrots, or treats for Sleipnir, hoping to earn Odin's favour and protection. In return, he might leave small gifts or blessings, marking a tradition that echoes today in Santa's visits and the treats left for his reindeer. In many parts of Europe, this fusion gave rise to a figure known as Father Christmas in England and Sinterklaas in the Netherlands. By the 19th century, the image of Santa Claus had travelled to America, where his legend continued to evolve. Writers and artists shaped him into the red-suited, merry figure we know today. Yet, even in this modern portrayal, echoes of his ancient origins remain. Santa's annual journey through the night sky, his watchful eye on children's behaviour, and his mysterious arrival and departure all trace back to a history steeped in myth and magic. He is both a bringer of gifts and a figure who wields a subtle authority, a reminder of the ancient gods who once roamed the winter season. Today's Santa Claus may seem a world apart from the Norse All-Father, but the spirit of Odin, the wise, wandering, bearded figure who rides through the winter sky, lingers in every story of Santa's midnight ride. He is a character born of winter's mysteries, bridging the gap between the supernatural and the familiar, a reminder that even our most beloved holiday traditions hold shadows of the ancient past. While Santa Claus embodies the warmth and cheer of the season, he's far from the only winter visitor with a claim on December's longest nights. One of the most infamous of these figures is Krampus, the horned, half-goat, half-demon creature from Alpine folklore. Krampus is the shadow to St. Nicholas's light, a figure who roams the streets in early December, dragging chains and carrying a bundle of birch branches. Where St. Nicholas rewards the good children with treats and gifts, Krampus delivers a very different kind of judgment. For those who've misbehaved, Krampus doesn't simply leave cold. He might swat them with his bundle of sticks, or in some versions of the legend, carry them away in a sack. This eerie companion to St. Nicholas reminds children that the holidays aren't just about cheer and celebration. They're also a time to reflect on behaviour, lest Krampus come calling. Through these figures, we glimpse a past where the spirit of Christmas carried not only generosity and joy, but also an edge of warning, a reminder that the season, like the night itself, held mysteries that were both wondrous and dark. The holiday season is more than just gifts and decorations. It's a time when tables overflow with food and drink, when families and friends gather to celebrate with feasts that echo back through the centuries. These gatherings, filled with laughter, abundance, and a touch of indulgence, are rooted in winter rites that long predate Christmas. For the ancient peoples who braved the coldest months, feasting during the winter solstice was an act of resilience, a defiant celebration of life amid the harshest season. Some tales say that even Odin himself received gifts during Yule, as he rode through the sky with his eight-legged horse Sleipnir. As Christianity spread, the Church gradually adapted these customs, weaving them into the narrative of Christ's birth. The story of the Magi, or three wise men bringing gifts to the infant Jesus, became a Christian justification for giving, a model of generosity to honour a divine moment. Over time, this act of offering gifts became entwined with the spirit of Christmas, a way to share the blessing of Christ's birth by giving to others. Yet even as the tradition took on new meaning, the roots of the ancient offerings remained. A connection to the forces of nature, luck and prosperity that people once sought in a darker world. Wassailing too speaks to these ancient customs of seeking blessing and protection. In its earliest forms, wassailing was not about knocking on doors to sing cheerful tunes, but rather a way to bring health and fortune to the community's crops and orchards. In time, this custom evolved, taking on the friendlier form of door-to-door wassailing, where singers would bless households rather than orchards. This exchange of song for hospitality would later evolve into the Christmas caroling familiar today, but its origins were far more mystical. A practice steeped in the hope that shared blessings could protect against winter's chill. Families gather to sing carols. Each gift and every song holds a trace of the ancient belief that what is given with goodwill will come back, like the returning sun, to warm us all. Today, Christmas is a patchwork holiday, a fusion of traditions, symbols and rituals that have crossed centuries and continents. While we may see Christmas as a purely modern celebration, much of what fills our holiday season still carries echoes of its ancient roots. Christmas has become a global phenomenon, celebrated even in countries with no historical connection to Christianity. In Japan, for instance, the holiday is less about religion and more about festivity, with families flocking to order a special Christmas cake and enjoy fried chicken, often from a well-known fast food chain. This custom may seem far removed from the Yule feasts of ancient Germanic tribes, but it shares the same spirit, a way to mark the season with abundance and joy, even if the symbols have changed. Consumer culture has transformed the holiday even further. In the 20th century, companies like Coca-Cola helped popularize the modern image of Santa Claus, the jolly, red-suited figure known worldwide. While we associate this Santa with cheer and kindness, his origins lie in ancient folklore. He remains the mysterious, bearded figure who traverses the winter skies, leaving gifts and warnings alike. Each tradition we hold dear carries with it echoes of Yule and Saturnalia, of offerings to spirits and fires lit to ward off the darkness. Santa's midnight ride, the Christmas tree's enduring green, the wassailer's songs, all these customs are bound to a past that shimmers just below the surface, unseen but ever present. In Christmas's light lies the shadow of those older rites, unsettling, timeless and ever resilient, reminding us that even the brightest celebrations are born from the depths of winter's dark.